Hi, I'm Dr. Wanda J. Evans-Brewer.
And I'm Gia.
So we decided to sit down and talk. We've gotten quite a few messages talking to us or really worried about us with the coronavirus. And all of them, we've had people, write us from not only Ghana, but Tanzania, from Uganda, as well as South Africa. Gia doesn't know that we've gotten messages from our South African friends and family, but we have. And so we thought it was important that we really share our thoughts on that. And I'm going to let Gia begin it. When you hear them concerned about us or even concerned about this virus in general, like what's the first thing that pops in your mind?
I know that I'm safe, and I know that if the only thing that attacks the virus that will make it come inside your body is if you have a low immune system.
Mm-hmm.
So what me and my mom have been doing is taking bitters that help us to make our system a little bit higher.
Well, they make it strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make it strong.
So that's what we've been doing every day. For me, I take 2 teaspoons, and Mom takes 2 tablespoons. Which one thing, this is horrible. It don't taste sweet at all.
I told you my friend Furl, he decided to order some. We were friends in high school, we've been friends forever, but our close-knitness started in high school. And he ordered it. He's a Southerner, so he knows that a lot of things that are good for you are bitter. Mm-hmm. And when he got his, he wrote me back and he said it tastes like panther piss. And I fell out. Okay, I don't even know what panther piss is, but and how he would know what it tastes like. But whatever he imagined in his mind, that's what it tastes like. I mean, it's strong. It's rough, but it's good. It's good. It's awesome sauce, right?
Yeah.
It feels good from it. I get worried about just that fear because I feel sad. I feel sad because my African friends and family, you guys, this is one issue. You all have it. You have the cure. You have the answer. You have it on lock. The world is not going to really congratulate Africa like it should with the low amount of cases. And I mean, because one of the things I keep telling Gia is like, it's not who catches it, it's who dies from it that really matters. How many deaths are coming? And I talked to one of my friend brothers in Tanzania. In his region there were 2 deaths. We have over 2,000 in Illinois. That's just my state. So we flew in from Ghana March 5th.
Yeah.
We got here we left the 4th, we got here the 5th. When we got to our community, Maywood, there was 0. And the last time I looked, there was 111 cases. So we know that in general, blacks are really getting hit hard in Illinois, and specifically in Chicago. And Gia knows why we're catching it. What's happening with us, with our diet, that would make us susceptible to it?
Okay, with our diet, you have to remember, fast food is always fake. It's always... Okay, it's not like the fast food is like you go pick it from the garden, then you put a couple of things in it. No. That stuff that you're eating, it might look like the real vegetable and it might taste like it. Yeah. But what they putting in there, you don't want to know. And you don't want to eat it neither. Yeah.
I mean, when you do and you don't. I mean, when you're eating it, it tastes good. Like they took some French fries and put them in a jar. McDonald's French fries that I absolutely love. Like if I have something on the menu, I love McDonald's. It's that Shamrock Shake. It's their coffee. Mm-hmm. It's definitely their fish sandwich. Mm-hmm. And then I really like their fries. And I can get their fries anytime. I don't because I learned about them, but I could. That's what they taste like. Okay, so they put them in a jar, and they didn't rot. They never turned for a whole month, like in this jar. They never actually rotted. And so we know that's Franken food. That's not real food. It's been processed so much. It's been, made in a lab. So it's not real potatoes. And this is part of why we're, this particular virus is striking the U.S. so hard, because we have so much unnaturalness in our food that, and then American blacks, we're just consumers. We're just consuming and consuming and consuming and consuming it, and it's made us vulnerable. So you're right, fast food is an issue.
But one thing about that fast food, some people need to stop growing their children on fast food.
Yeah.
That's how it makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Do you want sometimes children always have problems about their weight because of the food that they're eating every day. Before there used to be vegetables
when they little.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like carrots and all these other nice healthy foods. But now the world done changed. And this McDonald's stuff came in. Everybody going there and getting food, when you come back and you see that you didn't put on 5 or 10 pounds.
Yeah. And that, again, excess weight is a formula for a low immune system, because now you're not moving. So you're not actually using your body efficiently to help it stay strong. I talk to many of my mentees all the time. I'll say, this baby has just been here 1 year. Why are you introducing that? At this point, you could introduce fresh tomato. I remember your brother Langston used to eat tomatoes like they was an apple. And he came up with the famous perky sandwich, where he would use a sliced pickle, and put turkey and a slice of cheese in the middle. He didn't even eat bread. He said, "Mom, I want a perky sandwich." Okay, well, let me make that for you. But you get my point. They could have broccoli with, a little bit of dressing on it or whatever. Just fresh fruit. That's not happening here. And so, and when it is, it costs a lot. It costs a lot to eat organic, to eat fresh things. It costs a lot. So that has a lot to do with the immune system. And part of the reason I get upset when my African family and friends say something to me is look, everything that we've learned about protecting ourselves, really, truly, efficiently, it comes from
them.
Yeah, it comes from you all. We've learned so much from you. Especially, we learned a tremendous amount in Uganda. We watched how the Tanzanians ate, and we was able to eat their food. But what we've learned about roots and herbs and leaves, Ghana.
But one thing about Ghana is they see all these wonderful, nice, healthy plants and medicines, and they just walk right past them.
Yeah, it's almost like, it's kind of cliche to say it. They don't know, sometimes you guys don't know what you have. Mm-hmm. I'm so impressed with your former president, Kwame Nkrumah, who was so forward thinking to sprinkle neem all over the country. Neem has so many medicinal properties. It just heals and helps with so much. What a loving and brilliant thing to do. And the whole time I was there, I could walk past it and just grab some. This wasn't anything that I had to go to the store or pharmacy or pay for. It was just free. It was just Mother Nature saying, look, if you need me, I'm right here. Mm-hmm. But I walked past neem, soursop, bitter leaf. I finally saw my first castor oil. It was a castor oil bean, and then we picked it, and then when we squoze it, oil came out of it. But I had never seen one. I've taken castor oil, but I had actually never seen one in person, and it was just in a bush. It was just right there for the taking. Me and Isaac went and collected almonds. We went and collected almonds when they came ripe, and I didn't know that they had a fruity substance on the outside of them, and the inside is that almond seed. But we actually peeled them, and made us some almond milk.
Yeah, but see, the almond milk, I've never even when I went to Ghana with you, I still didn't see I asked them, did they know what almond milk is, and they said, "What is almond milk?"
Now you know what? What I learned was they actually see the almond trees really as sort of just any tree. It doesn't have a greater value. I was told by one person that they was discouraged with the tree because they saw it as, you know, there was some sort of like some hoodoo voodoo around it, where they saw it as witches.
Hold on. So somebody, well, specifically a teacher at Oprah Winfrey School, she's my friend. She said there's a lot going on with voodoo, and that you shouldn't play around with that. So I see why they're offended about it, because there's a lot of stuff that.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, Gia. The tree didn't look like a witch.
But see, the tree is not a witch by itself, but they believe that because of, like, sometimes you see in the voodoo they like do near trees, like stuff like that.
Okay, so you just think that was part of a process that is used in whatever spell casting or whatever they're about to do. Okay, well that's something we're gonna have to investigate a little further. Hey, listen, I have great respect for the occult. I believe it exists. I don't have fear of it because I don't believe, you know, I don't worship in that system. So I'm always like, look, you know, I'm serving one, he got me. So yeah, so I just, you know, I told Gia, so we have to let them know that you're okay. You know, the thing about viruses and bacteria, we're getting them every day, all day. That's why you have an immune system. And that immune system is set up to fight off and battle. And most of the stuff we don't even know we have because our immune systems are efficient. But there's something beautiful about a people that eat fresh, organic, straight from the ground, straight to the plate, that allow for animals to be free roaming, and just not, you know, packaged and stuffed and rotted, and it's just something beautiful about that. So we know, like, you're okay, but we want you to know that you've taught us so much. Like, we not only have learned about herbs and roots and leaves and teas, but we also have developed a desire to eat like you. Gia?
So me.
Because you be having cravings, sister.
Yeah. Whenever I walk past in the store, I always gotta ask Mom, "Can I get a snack?" But see, but for me, I'm not that kind of kid where I only just eat junk food. At some point, I eat grapes or apples or oranges and stuff like that, because that's what mostly I like to eat. Right. I loved grapes when I was little. I loved them.
You did, and I kept them in the house too. Because you loved them. And I used to always tell Gia, you know, she would say, "Can I have some more?" I said, "Well, you can have as much fruits and vegetables as you want." I never put a limitation on that. I always put a limitation on the process. And we're in Illinois. We're in the Midwest of the country. So this is the part of the country where we have 4 seasons. So we have summer, fall, winter, spring. When we get into fall and winter, we're where we can't grow. Okay, so we're getting food that's been shipped in from California, from other states, and just by the fact that it's shipped to us, we know that you're losing some of the nutritional value. It's not as nutritious as it would have been if you picked it and then you just ate it. Okay, so and then there's just certain things it's out of season. Like, we really shouldn't be in the wintertime able to access watermelon because it can't grow here. Yeah, so we struggle, and so while you're struggling to maintain, you end up falling back into eating processed food. You eat some of it. Since we've been back, we've been trying to pick up things that's far more applicable to the diet that we had in Ghana. So we've been eating the Ghanaian yam. We've been eating fish. We've been trying to keep fish high on our diet. We've definitely been working on sobolo.
Yeah, sobolo. We've been working on that. And we also tried some, like, herbal teas.
We're
Stuff
trying
like that.
herbal teas. Well, we're not trying. I
We-
actually religiously make them.
Yes.
Yeah, I religiously make them, and that in alkaline water.
Yeah.
We're drinking alkaline water.
And we drinking our bitters every day.
We're drinking our bitters every day with a little bit of citrus. And I'm trying to keep limes. I'm trying to keep lemons in here because it also keeps the body alkaline. And we know that viruses don't live in an alkaline body. You know, they can't survive it. So we know that they can't survive the warmth of the tea. We know that if we drink the tea, if we feeling scratchy, we get that lemon, we get that ginger, and we work it, and we get that in our intestinal tract because we know the digestive tract can break all that stuff down. So we don't want you worried about us.
No.
Because you have trained us, Africa, quite well. What we want you to do is to get your confidence back. You got this. You don't need anybody to confirm it for you. You know the power of your steams. You know the power of your neem and your soursop and your bitterroot. You know the power of this stuff. We want you to get your confidence back. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You know what you do with ginger. You know the power of it. I told her, one of my greatest teachers has been Howard, and she's an herbalist. She really should have her own course or offer a retreat because she has so much to teach, and I learned so much from her. But she's not the only one. You know, when I was in Uganda, it was Sonko. And I called the ladies there my dream team. They taught me so much about the herbs that was in the forest when we went basically fishing, hunting, monkey watching. And you don't need to be worried about us. We're believing in Jehovah. We know for sure we're going to be okay. We're going to keep practicing the things that you taught us. Gia's still working out. What you doing?
I've been hula hooping, jump roping, playing with my dolls. One time, me and Mom lift some weights, and we just did a couple of exercises.
Yeah, I'm the dancer in the house. But what I've been doing is I haven't been driving my car, and so that I force myself to walk. So most of the things I do, unless I have to do a huge shop, I walk. I walk in the community, so I'm keeping up that good walking, and so that also is a way to keep the body healthy, keep it efficient, and allow that immune system to keep us protected. So we're going to get over COVID-19, coronavirus. It may be around, but baby, you better know that Africa has given us so many tools. It's given us the greatest weapons of all to fight with because it trained us about our immune system, about the power, the health of our colon. We know that once we have battled this stuff off, we need to be passing. These are things that we learn really from you all. So don't ask us how we're doing, just to say, hey, I know you're doing well like you always have done, and we pray the same thing for you, but you have to know Africa is the Garden of Eden, in particular Ghana, because I've walked through Ghana. Ghana is definitely the Garden of Eden. Everything you need to be okay is right there.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say before we go? We can get him a little bit of
I want to say
give him a little bit of the deacon. But go ahead.
I want to say okay. Anyways, I wanted to say that you always have to remember to pay attention to your land and have some confidence. Because when you don't have confidence, how are you going to also help the world too? So
they got a lot to help it with too, don't they?
Yeah, because if one of those Africans went up to their president and said, I have an idea how we can fight off this COVID-19, we could have been already knew this stuff. But some people are ignorant, so they want to do other things like going to beach parties and doing all this other stuff when really it's a lockdown.
Well, we're going to wrap it up with that. So she don't want you playing. She wants you to get serious. She wants you to roll on to that president and let him know what you got, what your remedies are.
Okay, we're signing off. See you next time.